working on with you, Elizabeth, is small consonants, so a small cavity space where the top of your tongue and at its highest and furthest back point is millimeters, and I mean millimeters, which in American English is fucking nothing, next to the palate. The only consonant that needs to be going anywhere that feels like a departure is an R. So, and to be honest with you, that's not even going anywhere different. It's just ever so slightly being dragged onto another vowel. So, in other words, there is not a sentence in French that the consonants aren't all contained. And we don't need any big. Yep. So just tickle the baby. Just tickle the baby. All of you, just tickle the baby. Lovely. This is what will make French fast. So if you go, oui, j'ai envie de vous parler. It's too big. Oui, alors j'ai envie de vous parler. So the technique that we're talking about, Nina, is when we line up the consonants. So in other words, we go through a sentence and we almost visibly, I don't mind if this is visible, is if you go, right, Brenda, I'm really sorry, but you using your masturbation hand backwards and forwards like that is just, could you ever so slightly distracting me? But I knew you were a righty because David told me. So basically, we go through a sentence. So if you say for me, I can't do it or something. So it would be the first word. N would be the second word. Je ne. Arrive. Je n'arrive pas le faire. Je n'arrive pas le faire. Like almost like a sort of je n'arrive pas le. So you could almost do it another way, and you could take your sentence and you could try and extrapolate consonants. So you could say je n'arrive pas à le faire, almost like a heightened British way. Je n'arrive pas à le faire. Je n'arrive pas à le faire. And then get rid of any vowel at all. And then basically go, right, I've now worked out the sequence that my mouth has to do to say those words. And basically, you don't have to know to do this as you speak. It's just a vocal exercise to then go, right, I've got my mouth set, and then say the sentence, je n'arrive pas à le faire. Je n'arrive pas à le faire. And I don't need to expand my inner orchid, my inner flower, you know, all of that business. And it's just a nice advanced technique to keep it super fast. Yeah? Obviously, that would depend on the brain knowing the shiz you are going to say. But like anything, and I really do stand by this with you girls, is anything you can say, you'll hear in other people. And there are people whose consonants are really freaking tiny and discreet. Yeah? All right, so oui, alors tu manges hyper, oui, j'ai trop hâte de le faire, j'ai trop hâte de le faire. So, rather than j'ai trop hâte de le faire. So then we put the vowels back in big, but the consonant shape feels small, like a tightly held pelvic floor at the back of the top of the tongue meets the roof of the mouth, and nothing opens it up. If you obviously need to open it up on occasion, that's fine. If you want to say, oh, mais j'arrive pas à le faire, whatever, you know, whatever, fine. But alors moi, j'arrive pas. Tu vois, mais je vais te dire quelque chose. Moi, j'arrive pas à le faire, et lui, il insiste toujours que je le fasse. Et putain, moi, j'en ai marre, parce qu'il me dit tout le temps. That's what we want. We want this tight space there. So it's just a little game to play with. We'll do it again on Friday, but we've also got some listening shit to do on Friday. Because I did originally say this Friday was going to be like listening stuff. Good. Lovely. So Elizabeth, do 2 more for me with the tight thing, then we're going to go to Susan. But I don't want you to do this, Elizabeth, and get all English on me. So this is a big girl's game to basically say, keep the consonants tight, but the vowels free flowing, and we've still got hon, hon, hon. Don't mix the two up, all right? I don't want you sounding like you're speaking in Hindi, which has its own beauty. You know, it's got its own rhythm to it, but we don't want that for English. Right, off you go. Lovely. It's weird that I've spoken about this language because I know a girl who speaks it and she caught COVID. She used to come to our live classes. So say for me, it's weird that I'm speaking about this language because I know a girl who speaks it and she caught COVID.
C'est bizarre qu'on parle de cette langue parce que je connais une femme qui la parle et...
Look at me, stop. First half was smashing. The rhythm was a bit stop-starty with the breath. Keep it sliding, even if you don't have anything to replace it with. Keep it sliding. The air pressure should stay the same, whether or not you've got a word or not. Oui, alors c'est intéressant que je parle de cette langue parce que the speed is not an issue, but the vowel placement was beautiful, beautiful. Then you got bored. And something in your brain says, yeah, I've done a good bit of good shit. I can fuck around for the second half of the sentence now, which you all do. Keep the shit together. You're only as good as the weakest person on stage. You are only as good as your poorest jump. You are only as good as your, the worst bit of the sentence. Stay in the vibe until the end. Go.
C'est bizarre qu'on parle de cette langue parce que je connais une femme qui la parle et elle a attrapé le Covid.
Don't do me a phoning in voice. You're doing a that'll do, that'll do, that'll do. Be more French. Ouais, c'est bizarre que tu parles de cette langue parce que, ouais, moi je connais une fille qui le parle et elle a chopé le Covid. Use chopé, be more French. Elle a chopé le Covid.
Chopé le Covid. Oui, c'est bizarre qu'on parle de cette langue parce que je connais une femme qui la parle et elle a chopé le Covid.
Lovely. Now, there's some good shit going on with you, Elizabeth. Bear in mind that you barely spoke a couple of weeks ago in the group and you had like this stammery thing and now it sounds fabulous. I mean, it really does. But get out of triplets. The guys will know what I mean by couplets and triplets. It's when you basically go da-dun, 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 da-dun. It's buying thinking time. There's nothing else for it. You are buying thinking time. You're passing it off as intellectual thinking. It sounds identical to a French person who speaks French who's going, what am I going to say? But it's not about that. And you shouldn't be doing it right now anyway. None of you guys who are trying to get even faster and even better than what you are, you shouldn't do it. Let the people that speak French do the, and what am I going to say? You guys remain in the previous vowel. Now, that sounds really patronizing, but it's not. It's because I know how brilliant I can get you all to if you do that. All right? Good. Two more, Elizabeth, then I'm going to go. No, one more, then I'm going to come back around again. Luke, I'm happy you've shown it me. Luke, I'm happy that you've shown it me.
I'm happy I didn't catch the other bit. I'm happy you're...
Yes, because I'm speaking tight consonants, which is how you've got to listen to it. I'm happy that you've shown it me. In French face. French face. Your face isn't in French.
Je suis
Your face is in French. Lower the energy. Lower the chakra. Lower it. Lower it. Lower it. Lower it.
Je suis contente que tu...
Don't do the joke voice. Don't do the, I'll run through the red ribbon and it was all a good game. Stay serious for the second half.
Je suis contente que tu me
Tight consonant, push the vowel. I still need the vowel push, go.
Oui, je suis contente que tu me le
montres. No,
montres.
it's too high for you. It's too high for you. You could be excellent. I dare say that people would be content with that, but you can honestly be excellent, Elizabeth. It's too high for you. It's too near. Look, you paid all that money to have the Adam's apple removed. Don't keep taking the voice back there. Drop the shit onto your, where those fake breasts are. Drop it down there. Drop it down there. Yeah, drop it onto that. Oui, alors je suis content que tu... Yeah.
Oui, je suis contente que tu me le montres.
Que tu me l'aies montré.
Me l'aies montré.
Small consonant. Tighten your little flower. I'm going to get miles out of this shit. Oh my God. Je suis content que tu me l'aies montré.
Oui,
c'est quoi, baby?
Tu me l'aies montré.
Que tu me l'aies montré. Que tu me l'aies montré. We are speaking in big vowels through the tight tickle. Que tu me l'aies montré.
Que tu me l'aies montré.
Nice. Fuck yes. Yeah? Good. I like it when it goes well because I see Nina go. So she, and if other people can hear it, it sounds bang on. I really, 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 at the risk of being boring, 100%, I'm coming back to the two main reasons we do this. Number one, you will remember longer constructs and more French grammar and more French vocabulary and more shit if you do it this way, because you are remembering a stream of sound. And the more you can remember a stream of sound, your body goes, I like that crap, rather than being forced to remember 12 or 17 cognates. The second thing is the more you can speak in a way, the better your listening gets. Thirdly, it sounds pretty. That honestly isn't even my priority, and I know that might shock you, but it's really not. But it does sound good. Clap, 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 clap. Good. I'm coming to Susan. You look cool. Off you go. Lovely. Luke, I'm going to try to imitate what you were saying about the adjective, about the consonants. Luke, I'm going to try to imitate what you're saying about the adjectives. Small, tighten your flower, Susan.
Luc, je vais essayer de faire ce que tu as dit.
Susan, I'm so sorry. It's really quiet.
Oh.
Susan, I'm getting a lot of feedback, but I'm not getting you.
Okay. Luc, je
Drop
vais
to French. Drop to French. No, drop to French. Drama's happened. Stress has happened. You've gone back to Susan's station. That's normal. You've done that. You've raised kids. You've looked after other people's kids. Go back to French station. We're in France. We're crossing the road. We've got to be careful. Where's John? Is John okay? Is John gone under a bus? Hopefully not. Oh, well, if not, you've got a spare. The guy you see on a Friday. You've got stuff going on. Go to French station. Don't go to English language station in the body. Go to French station. Even though we're walking, go to French station. Go to French station. Off you go.
Luc, je vais essayer de faire les choses que tu as dit avec les consonants.
Pause. Les choses is feminine. It would be les choses que tu as dites. But also, I think we can manage imitate.
Okay, I couldn't remember that.
Better. Yes, you can, and you can do a better going round than that. What's a better going round than? Give me, what is the word imitate, do you think?
Imiter.
Good. Let me hear the French twangs.
Imiter.
Nice. It bounced off the microphone the second time it didn't the first time. From a technical perspective, how do we know the verb imiter is to imitate? What is the noun of imitate, Susan, in English? Luke, that
imitate.
Really, the noun of it, an imitation.
Oh, imitation, sorry.
That's
imitation.
right. Don't worry. So the fact is, if it ends in an ation, 90% of the time, it's going to be the same shit in French with an action. All right. So therefore, imitation, imitate. Lovely. We could have gone with copier. We could have gone with, all kinds of shit. Reproduire, whatever. All right. So if you go. So Luke, I'm going to try to imitate. What you're doing with the consonants. Flower closed, push on the chest. Flower closed, push on the chest. I'm going to try to imitate what you're doing with the consonants. Whatever. Go.
Luc, je vais essayer à faire ce que tu fais avec les consonants.
I'm going to try to imitate. I want to hear that cleanly.
Luc, je vais essayer à faire...
No, I'm going to try to imitate. What's the verb to imitate, my darling?
Imiter.
Lovely. Not at your level. Imitate your level.
Imiter.
Susan, what comes after essayer?
De.
There we go. Susan knows the rule. Make sure Susan's connected mouth knows the rule. The only way we can do that, as Nina will tell you, is a dance rehearsal. Get it in your body. Don't know. I've got this step, then this step. Don't know that. Feel that. Where do I go from here? What happened after this bit? Where's the momentum? Oh, I remember that I've then got to come round and do this shit. I remember looking over her and thinking, she's shit over there, but whatever, fuck the bitch. I remember where I am. Or where I am. Okay, remember where you are after essayer. Keep going.
Luc, je vais essayer d'imiter ce que tu fais avec les consonants.
Lovely. Avec les consonnes, I want to tighter d'imiter. Je vais essayer d'imiter, tighter imiter.
Luc, je vais essayer d'imiter ce que tu fais avec les consonants.
Lovely. I want smaller flower, so that you can allow more oui. Alors je vais essayer d'imiter. Je vais essayer d'imiter ce que tu fais avec Luc. Je vais essayer d'imiter ce que tu fais avec les consonnes. And it should allow you to go faster.
Luc, je vais essayer d'imiter avec ce que tu fais.
If you say to imitate one more time, I will send a heat-seeking missile, and one of your hydrangeas will be blown up. Off you go.
Luc, je vais essayer d'imiter ce que tu fais avec les consonnes.
Nice. Now add a bit more twang, but keep your flower tight. Oui, je vais essayer d'imiter ce que tu fais, which should convert the French into the French you used to be afraid of. Oui, alors je vais essayer d'imiter ce que tu fais avec les consonnes.
Je vais essayer d'imiter ce que tu fais avec les consonnes.
Fucking badass. Well done. Good. Well done, Miss Monroe. Good. I'm trying to do the washing up, but I can't find my sponge. I'm trying to, there it is, in the sink. Gosh, Luke, what a random place to leave your sponge. I'm trying to do the washing up. I told you I'm a dumb fucking thing for doing two things at the same time at the moment. I'm turning really straight. It's really weird. No one's safe in Buzzing. Right, so save me. Either that or it's just another level of nerve damage that's kind of like catching up now, Elizabeth, from the thing. Yeah, so save me. I'm trying to do the washing up. No, I'm trying to do the washing up, but I can't find my sponge. I'm trying to do the washing up, but I can't find my sponge. Susan, look at Lucy, look at Lucy, look at Lucy. This doesn't need you to know the shit from the beginning. As and when you've got the words, this will lead to speed. This position isn't about speed entirely. Keep it in this position, even if you're going, j'essaie de trouver, ou j'arrive pas à trouver mon éponge. You know, it's not about speed. Yeah, smooth. We don't repeat. We don't false starts. We don't false starts. As slowly as you damn want. All right?
Je fais le vaisselle, mais je n'arrive pas à trouver mon éponge.
Lovely. There's a little game I'd like you to play. Say one of the vowels from that sentence. I'm going to give it you. Say for me, trou. Say ou.
Ou.
Now go again, and when you get to the ou, don't bang the ou, but make sure it's as rich and as gorgeous as it was when you said it on its own. So don't bang it, but say, for example, just concentrate on that one in the blur. Ouais, j'essaie de faire la vaisselle, mais j'arrive pas à trouver la vaisselle. You know, j'arrive pas à trouver l'éponge. So just think of ou and go again, and the ou, even in the blur, needs to be at the same richness as ou. Back you go.
J'essaie de faire la vaisselle, mais je n'arrive pas à trouver l'éponge.
Good. I now want you to say they. Say they on its own. They. Make it sharper. It's dropping down into Susan's vocal fry, and we don't want that. They. Make it higher.
They.
That's nice. So now make sure that the same spike happens when you go in a blur. Just because it's a blur, you are blurring via the same tones. You don't blur without them. Have you got?
J'essaie de faire la vaisselle.
Good. Now look what happened there. You were thinking in that placement for they. So the rest of your shit was a little bit A heavy. J'essaie de faire, yeah, rather than j'essaie de faire, yeah. Do you understand? So this here should allow you through the tight flower. J'essaie de faire. J'essaie. Yes, you were right. It's the same vowel. De. Completely different. De. Yeah. We don't get j'essaie de faire la vaisselle, mais j'arrive pas à le très fort. Notice if you do one tone, it becomes a character. Becomes a caricature. Oui, alors j'essaie de faire la vaisselle, mais je trouve pas mon éponge. It becomes a character. Becomes like a character in a comedy show. Oui, alors moi aussi, j'essaie de trouver mon éponge, mais you know, those tones throughout a voice become a character. It's a bit SNL, isn't it? It's a bit like, who are you playing? Yeah, okay. If you have all of them, you're not a character, you're just French. All right, don't become a character. Don't. So in other words, technically, it means you don't want to slide up and down. Slide the fuck up and down. But slide all the way up to A. Don't go, yeah, okay, go. J'essaie, slow it down. J'essaie de trouver mon éponge, mais j'arrive pas à trouver. Sorry, j'essaie de faire la vaisselle, mais j'arrive pas à trouver mon éponge. Go.
J'essaie de faire la vaisselle.
Pause. I'm going to straight away tell you that this next challenge is on the word de. Could you say the word de?
De.
Nice and rich. Clap, 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 clap. Could you now say you fucking blur, and could you make sure that the de is as rich as it was the first time you've just said de?
De trouver,
That's better. That's nice. Try not to ricochet in the throat. J'essaie de trouver. No, j'essaie de trouver. Lovely. We don't want shit vowels even in a blur. Okay? I might get that on a t-shirt. We don't. So in other words, you basically, yeah. I mean, it's just literally that. I just need the vowels in place. Good, Susan. Keep going. Using the slang word for burnt. I burnt the meat. I didn't eat the burnt bit. I don't eat burnt meat. Burnt meat is just an invitation for cancer. God bless. But so I burnt the meat, so I need to rub. Scrub. I burnt the meat, so I need to. It's a stainless steel friendly thing. So I burnt the meat, so I need to scrub. Round, go round, go round, go round. Off you go.
J'ai cramé le viande, donc je dois frotter.
Good. I can't hear the twangs. I can't hear the vowels as much as I want. Give me more hon. Make it sound a blur in English. If it doesn't sound a blur in English, we're not vowel enough. We're not vowel enough.
J'ai cramé le viande, donc je dois frotter.
No, now we're too consonanty. Keep the consonant small again. Yeah, keep the consonant small again. Forward, go on.
J'ai cramé la viande, donc je dois frotter.
It's not vowel enough. Listen to my message. Oh, mais j'ai cramé la viande, donc je dois frotter. J'ai cramé. Oh punaise, putain, mais j'ai cramé la viande, je dois frotter là. Yeah, I need more. J'ai cramé la viande. Non, j'ai cramé la viande, donc je dois frotter. Quand?
J'ai cramé la viande, donc je dois frotter.
So good. Push, send it forward. J'ai cramé la viande. Push, j'ai cramé la viande.
Je cramé la viande, donc je dois. J'ai cramé.
No,
Yeah.
yes, okay, sorry, that's correct, but you were just saying that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, off you go.
J'ai cramé la viande.
You fall it small, tighter flower, bigger vowel. Tighter flower, bigger chest. Tighter flower, bigger chest. J'ai cramé la viande. Yeah.
J'ai cramé la viande, donc je dois frotter.
That will do. Okay. Which is where we get frottage from in massage, as opposed to effleurage and all that business. Also known as a dry hump. Also known as how Brenda pays her gardener. Brenda's like, not gonna lie. Okay. Good, Susan. I was so proud of John. He worked well during his lesson. I was so proud of John. He worked well during his lesson.
J'étais si fière de Jean. Il a.
Pause. Be human.
Okay.
Be French. Yeah, I totally get that. But be human. Go on. That's not asking you to make it smaller. That's asking you to make it human. Do you see the difference? Off you go. Be human. Off you go.
J'étais si fière de Jean. Il a bien travaillé pendant son cours.
Vowel required for the word lesson.
Cours.
Not quite deep enough for you.
Cours.
More.
Cours.
That's it. Pardon me, I need to use both hands because I'm a cripple. Sorry, that's politically incorrect because I'm a fucking useless monk. Give me 1 second. Good. Susan, in the middle of John's class, I had to ask a girl of 20-something to open the packet of crackers. In the middle, and John was like, "Hey, Luke, that's a really good flirting technique." I was like, "Okay, straight boy."
He asked me to open a bag.
I was like, "Okay, straight boy, focus back on your lesson." Off you go. So in the middle of John's class, my stupid hands, in the middle of John's class, I had to ask a 20-something girl to open the packet of crackers. Go slowly. I want vowels. I want tight flower. Work your way around it. I want human. Go.
Au milieu du cours de Jean, j'ai dû demander à une jeune fille d'ouvrir un paquet de chips parce que je ne pourrais pas.
Pause. I eat constantly. I'm fucking sure you've come across the word crackers in my class. If it's rice crackers, galette, yeah, or cracotte or whatever. Okay, sheep would be like chips and dips, literally like American chips, not British chips. Yeah, not frites. Okay. Susan, what's the vowel I'm going to tell you off for that we just had a little conversation about? Take it physically lower. Don't listen to it. Say ooh.
Ooh.
That's it.
Ooh.
What word comes after demander? And I had to ask the girls. So I had to ask a 20-something girl. J'ai dû demander. What comes next?
Ah.
Did Lukey hear the ah? No, he didn't. Back you go.
Yeah. Au milieu du cours de Jean, j'ai dû demander à une jeune fille
Demander.
pour moi.
We've just been to Montreal. No, actually, I take that back. That's not as bad in Montreal. Have we been to? I'm so sorry. Hang on. Has anybody? I'm going to be a bit nauseous. Has anybody been to Quebec? Quebec. No, it's not that accent. We don't want it. Off you go. Off you go.
Hang on. Au milieu du cours de Jean, je demande à une jeune
Au
fille.
milieu du cours de Jean, j'ai demandé à une fille d'une vingtaine, lovely, ou une fille qui avait une vingtaine, d'ouvrir le paquet de chips. Move on, because it's making me want crackers. Lovely. John told me it was a good way to flirt.
Jean m'a dit que c'était une bonne façon de...
Look at me. If you go by un for manière ou façon, this is the face I will pull.
Okay.
Do I not talk about these words all the time? What gender is? I nearly said what nationality. What gender is the word façon?
Feminine.
Can I well understand why somebody would think it would be masculine? Fuck yeah. No consonant on the end. O-N. What a masculine looking thing. Yeah? It looks fucking masculine, but it's une façon, une manière. As per our expressions, d'une manière, d'une façon. One can say de manière and de façon. You guys just can't be trusted to say de manière and de façon because you convert it back to don. All right, so off you go. John told me it was a good way to flirt.
Jean m'a dit que c'est une bonne façon de rencontrer.
No.
De...
I've already said the word a moment ago. Draguer.
Draguer, ok.
Yeah.
Jean m'a dit que c'est une bonne façon de draguer.
So think, you're meeting a young girl and you're dragging her off. Or as you call it in the South, the debutante system. Okay, so basically, okay, you see these photos of these beautiful young girls in the prime of their adolescence with some creepy old guy marrying them. But you did look lovely in your dress though, Susan. Yeah. It was like an Iphigenia moment of the you know, what's the Electra? What's this? Yeah, Iphigenia, the one that like what's his name? What's the fucking king? What's her dad? What's Electra's dad called? The one that where you have the Electra syndrome. Not Menelaus. What's the other one? What's his fucking brother? Who's the dad? Clytemnestra and the one that tried to sacrifice his own kid to make the winds good for Troy. Anyway, him. Yeah, whatever. No, he didn't. He just looked a bit older than you. But there you go. That's what. He still looked cute. Off you go. Luke, it's true, but my mother agreed with the contract he'd written. Luke, it's true, but my mother agreed with the contract he'd written.
Luc, c'est vrai, mais ma mère était d'accord avec le contrat.
Good. There's a lot of good shit happening for you in French, Susan. A lot. I'm liking the up and down, but can we also aim for long? Can we aim for long rather than... It's fine. En Amérique, je suis bien d'accord, mais tu vois, ma mère était bien d'accord. Luke, je suis bien d'accord, mais ma mère elle était d'accord avec le contrat que Jean il avait écrit. Whatever, we want long as well as... It's nice, and I dare say it'll go down well in Besançon. I'll go down well in Besançon, knees depending. But the fact is, the fact is we don't want too much yokel. We don't want too Swiss. Good though, Susan, it's sounding marvellous. Over to Nina. Have I got the charger? Yes. Gonna go down the road. Yes. Do I have my keys? Yes. God, Luke, you look like a freaking Chinese New Year lantern. You've got bloody turquoise and red on, but never mind. I've no idea. Hang on, there's Maggie trying to call. I mean, you explain to people, let me know if you want to come, I'm doing it on Skype. And then you get these remedials that say, oh, I can't join, what's going on? Hang on, let me add her. Add people. Where's she gone? Maggie. Where's Maggie? Oh, I've got wet hands from washing up now. Oh, you fled. Pardon me. I've got wet hands from washing up. Maggie. Oh, is she Margot? I always forget she's Maggie Margarita. She's one on the one. Maggie. There we go. Add. Good. Lovely. Good. You there, Maggie?
Hi.
I know. I'm really sorry, Maggie. I put a child lock on the group by writing in intelligent English. Yeah, let me know if you want to join because it'll be on Skype. But apparently, some dumb fuck kept pressing on the other link. But you didn't do that, though, did you, Maggie?
Mm.
No.
No.
Oh, what you got? Show us your dinner. Pasta.
Spaghetti bolognese. It's very dull.
Did you bring genuine gluten-containing pasta to my door to piss me off? It looks very, very, very. It doesn't look very al dente, Maggie. I have to say, it looks quite. Yeah, hydrated. Right. Okay. Good. Off you go, Nina. No, Susan. We're still on Susan. Then yeah. Who's just doing it? Susan. Susan. One more from Susan, then Nina, then Maggie. Right. And then back to Brent. Susan. Maggie's just decided to join us, but it took her 2 minutes because she can't read, bless her. Maggie's just decided to join us, but it took her 2 minutes because she can't read, bless her.
Maggie vient de décider de nous rejoindre, mais il a pris 2 minutes. Dieu la bénisse.
Pause. I totally get that when you put a load of shit together, stuff that you could do individually becomes a nightmare. I totally get that. Okay? Bit cold, I'm going back in, I'm putting some cake on. Could you just go again, Susan? Maggie's just... Somebody's got a really noisy background. Could they sort it out? If they're not, Susan, could you mute your shit? So could you just go again for me, Susan? Just literally try the same thing again and see what happens.
Maggie vient de nous joindre.
Maggie's just joined us. Yeah, it took her 2 minutes.
Okay. Maggie vient de nous joindre. Il lui a fallu 2 minutes pour le faire.
What made you at speed change il l'a fallu to il lui a fallu? Was it that at speed your brain went, oh, that was direct rather than indirect? Or did your brain and mouth say, that's not how it normally sounds?
I just sort of thought that it was wrong.
Good. It's a pity you didn't think il a pris was wrong a moment ago, but that was, yeah. But lovely. So save me. It took her 2 minutes to do it because, yeah, she can't read. Save me. It took her 2 minutes to do it because she can't read English.
Il lui a fallu 2 minutes à le faire parce qu'elle ne peut pas lire l'anglais.
Il lui a fallu 2 minutes pour le faire, go.
Il lui a fallu 10 minutes pour le faire parce qu'il ne peut pas lire l'anglais.
Pause. It's time to give you some vowels, and I want to hear them. Could you say the word two?
Deux.
Could you vibrate it? It had no vibration.
Deux. Deux.
It's got no vibration. I won't hear you in Besançon.
Deux.
It's got no vibration, and you're next to a microphone. I won't hear you in Besançon.
Deux.
Make the noise. Be an animal.
Deux.
That's better. Lovely.
Good.
Go again. Now, don't bang the correction. Don't bang the correction. I just want to hear that vowel properly.
Il lui a fallu 2 minutes pour le faire.
Good. Did everybody hear how that was more audible and we could grab it? Yes. Lovely. So put it together. Maggie's just arrived. What is the vowel for the word come, Susan? What's the vowel for the word come?
Arriver,
For the word come.
venir.
What is the vowel for the word come, as in Maggie comes? Viens.
Eh,
Say to me,
Vers.
she comes.
elle vient.
To the nearest 10, how many times have I told you not to say vien?
Vient. Oh, about 20.
There you go. So could you please say to me, elle vient?
Elle vient.
Lovely. Close your flower. Work. When you close your flower, you should be acutely aware of where the vibration is. Elle vient.
Elle vient.
Good. Someone's making a shitload of noise.
It's
Good.
me. Well,
If you're going to furtively play around in bushes with pedos, would you please just keep the microphone off, Susan? Elizabeth, you big perv. God. Lovely. Good.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. My God. I mean, I'm all for a bit of fetish, but for heaven's sake. Lovely. 1 second. I'm just going to pop my hoodie on around my waist. Good. Lovely. I'm going across to Nina. Luke told me that Elizabeth was the biggest pervert he'd ever seen.
Luc m'a dit que Elisabeth est le grand pervers qu'il ait jamais vu.
Lovely. Go again. Luke told me that Elizabeth was the biggest pervert he'd ever seen. I'm not going to tell you where the mistakes were because it was largely good, but you just see what you can do.
Luc m'a dit que Elisabeth était le plus grand pervers.
Nina, same as Susan. Human first. Human before academic. Human before academic. Make it sound dinner party usable. Go on.
Okay. Luc m'a dit que Elisabeth était la plus grande pervers qu'il ait jamais vu.
Good. Now, weirdly, it isn't even necessarily about the speed, but that speed sounded more human. It could have been even slower. It's just about, there's just something that sounds when it's academic and there's something that sounds different when it's not. So Luc m'a dit qu'Elisabeth était le plus gros pervers. There's a really good video that I did, which I think is called Gros versus Grand. Not a common one, but do watch it. Gros pervers. So Luc m'a dit qu'Elisabeth est le plus gros pervers, or, qu'il ait jamais vu, subjunctive, because it's a superlative phrase. Okay. I've told her when we go to Besançon that she can't stay in Paris because there's too much of this kind of thing in the Bois de Boulogne.
Je lui avais parlé que...
I told her that when she goes to Paris, I told her that when we go to Besançon, she can't stay in Paris because there's too much of this kind of thing in the Bois de Boulogne.
Je lui ai dit que quand on allait à Paris ou en Besançon, elle ne peut pas rester à Paris parce qu'il y a trop de ce genre de choses
Good. It's literally just with some of you guys about just like making sure you can say 5 or 6 sentences and shit that you could say in individual sentences. Hands down. I'm not going to tell you where your hands are down, but hands down, when it becomes about 6 or 7 clauses, it gets difficult. Stuff that sounds correct when you've got 6 sentences, when you've got 2 sentences, starts to feel, oh my God, what am I even saying anymore? Good. Keep it tight. Do you know what I'm saying? Just keep on top of it because you're just 10 times more interesting if you can tell a story that's proper. Alors moi, je lui ai dit que quand on va à Besançon, qu'elle ne peut pas rester à Paris parce que tu vois, à vrai dire, il y a trop de ce genre de choses qui a lieu. Tu as, what did I say, Bois de Boulogne. Hell yeah. Good, Nina. The weirdest thing happened. Claire asked me Oh, by the way, talking about the previous sentence, what's the verb to bless? Nina, the verb to bless.
Bénir.
Well
Bénir.
done. It's not bénissez. So Susan is thinking que Dieu te bénisse, which is the subjunctive. Yeah, so it's bénir. Okay, as in, béni, blessed. Okay. The opposite is maudire. Yeah, malédiction, maudire. Que tu sois maudit kind of thing, or maudite. Lovely. Lovely. I know which I am. So basically, yeah. Yeah. I told John that we can go to different churches in Besançon, but after what happened with the girl and the cereal and the cracker packet, I'm scared to go there. I told John that we can go to different churches in Besançon, but after what happened with the girl and the cracker packet, I'm scared to go there.
J'ai dit à Jean qu'on pourrait aller à l'église différente. Mais après savoir,
I'm losing your voice. I'm losing your voice.
j'ai dit à Jean qu'on pourrait aller à l'église différente, mais après avoir
After what happened? After what
ouais.
happened?
Après s'être arrivé, après.
This is what happens when you give clever people clever shit. They want to use the clever shit. After what's happened confuses the system.
Ouais,
because your brain is now thinking there's a verb going on. So it's trying to use all the things you know with verbs, with après. Après que, après être, après avoir, all of this kind of stuff. What's happened is a fancy noun. Yeah, it's a clause which is talking about a noun. And what is the word for after that we use, Nina, when we're preceding a noun? How do I say after Christmas?
Après Noël.
So I'll ask my question again. What is the only word you need for after when you are preceding a noun or a noun clause?
Après.
That's the fucker. Well done. So now say for me after what happened.
Après ce qui s'est passé.
That's the bugger. Now bring in your lady flower and say après ce qui s'est passé, après ce qui s'est passé, après ce qui s'est passé. Keep it, do the tickle snort to me. Après ce qui s'est passé. You can go big vowels, but I want tight lady flower. Après ce qui s'est passé.
Après ce qui s'est passé.
That's lovely. Send it forward. Chest as well. Push on the chest. I'm not changing any of the mechanics that are going on in your chest normally. None of that is altered. I just want you to push off the diaphragm and go après ce qui s'est passé.
Après ce qui s'est passé.
Lovely. Good. Tu vois, alors j'avais dit à Jean qu'on pourrait aller aux églises différentes, mais à vrai dire, après ce qui s'est passé avec la, how would I say with the girl in the cracker packet?
Avec la fille avec le paquet de craquer.
There's a shithole, I'm really sorry, there's an absolute shithole garage here, like some random little lockup. And I was like, where's the picture? Where'd you turn this shit around? I'm scared to do, oh yeah, oh hang on. I was just going, God, this is such a dump. But I've just turned it around. Hang on if I can turn the camera on. And I've just seen 1896 in really nice font. I'm like, what a shame that it's now become like, it's now become this. I was like, oh, it's possibly one of the most antique dump garages in all of London. Après ce qui s'est passé, Tu vois, mais j'avais dit à Jean qu'on pourrait aller aux églises différentes, quoi. Mais après ce qui s'est passé avec la fille, avec le paquet de cracottes, tu vois, voilà, j'ai peur, quoi. Ça me fait peur. Next, Nina. Susan's going to get there before John gets there. Susan's going to get there before John gets there. Let's be frank. It's quite doable to say Susan's going to get there before John. But let's just be an asshole and say Susan's going to get there before John gets there.
Susan va y arriver avant que Jean est arrivé.
Susan's going to...
Ouais.
I'm there, 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm just sending somebody a message. 1 second. Lovely. So go again. Susan's going to get there before John gets there.
OK. Susan va y arriver avant que Jean ne soit pas arrivé. Ou ne soit arrivé.
Why the past?
Exactly. Avant que Jean n'arrive.
Good. Or avant que Jean n'y arrive.
N'y arrive, oui.
Yeah, so just put it together for me. Oui, Susan va y arriver avant que Jean n'y arrive.
Susan va y arriver avant que Jean n'y arrive.
Lovely. Were it not for the fact it would break everybody's soul, I would do a whole Friday or Tuesday on après and avant in any incarnation. But
yeah.
It's just, yeah. So go again for me. Oui, alors Susan va y arriver avant que Jean n'y arrive.
Susan va y arriver avant que Jean n'y arrive.
Go again, using the verbs se rendre à. Se rendre à. Susan's going to get there before John gets there.
Susan va s'y rendre, s'y rendre avant que Jean n'y se rende.
Avant que Jean
ne se rende.
Lovely. So we've got the subjunctive in. So don't use ne for the moment and go again. And so se rendre à. So what's it going to be? Avant que John
s'y rende. Avant que John.
Rende. Good. Make sure it's speed that when we're adding the hard letter of de, that we don't accidentally bring a bit of r down as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Susan va s'y rendre avant que Jean s'y rende.
Okay.
Why is that a nice one to practice with? Because it's a soft, hard verb, isn't it? Yeah?
Yes.
Soft, hard. Alors, Susan va s'y rendre avant que Jean s'y rende. We're using, for people that don't know, se rendre à. So you guys know to realise, se rendre compte, to render yourself to a place is to show up. Brenda's going to turn up at 9 o'clock. Brenda va se rendre à 21h. OK? Or Brenda va s'y rendre à 21h. Je m'y suis rendu. Lovely. I'm going to give her loads of wine. I'm going to give her loads of wine before... Oh, they've closed that gate. I'm going to give her... No, what am I going to do? We're all going to have to get drunk in the first 2 days. We're all going to have to get drunk in the first 2 days.
On va tous censés.
We're all going to have to. Well, not we're all meant to. We're all going to have to.
Okay. On va tous devoir.
Good. To get drunk.
Devenir seul.
Se saouler.
Ah, se saouler.
Yeah, well, you've got like ivre, other verbs, but like, s'enivrer, but basically like, yeah, on va devoir tous saouler, on va devoir tous boire, trop boire, défoncer la gueule, whatever. But yeah, I want the tous. The thing I'm interested in, the tous.
Okay.
Yeah.
On doit tous se saouler
pendant les 2 premiers jours.
Pendant les 2 premiers jours.
Les mots pour les 2 premiers jours. Comme pour les 2 premiers jours.
Pour les 2 premiers
tighten the flower, blow through it on the chest. Tighten the flower, blow through it on the chest. Pour les 2 premiers jours.
Pour les 2 premiers jours.
Tighter flower, more push. Pour les 2 premiers jours.
Pour les 2 premiers jours.
Good. Teeth down, molars down, top of the mouth down. Pour les 2 premiers jours.
Pour les 2 premiers jours.
Good. Pardon me if I seem distracted. It's the time of day when my eyes can't see. Well, i.e. from midnight to midnight. No, but when it goes from like light to dark, I really struggle with that at the moment. So say for me, pardon me if I seem distracted. Putain, ce mec, il pue. Je suis désolé, mais il pue, quoi. Il pue fort. Oh. So, pardon me if I seem distracted, but it's the time of day when I can't see.
Pardon-moi si je parais distrait, mais c'est le temps de jour où j'arrive pas à voir.
Lovely. So, excuse-moi, ou tu vois, je m'excuse si je parais un peu distrait, ou excuse ma distraction, mais c'est le moment où l'heure, tu vois, où j'arrive pas à voir. Lovely. I have driven since the changes with my eyes, but I wouldn't do it at this time now. I have driven with the changes with my, I actually realized how much I'd missed it, actually. It was quite nice. So I have driven with the changes, since the changes with my eyes, but and I missed it. I have driven since the changes in my eyes, and I missed it, but I wouldn't drive it this time. There's my story. Yeah,
Okay.
no, I have driven since the changes with my eyes, and I missed it, but I wouldn't drive it this time.
Je conduis depuis les changements de mes yeux, mais je ne veux pas conduire en ce moment avec...
Just 1 second. Darling, you be careful, because if that catches your hands, it'll hurt your legs and your arms. There's a little kid in the revolving lift.
Mhm.
Ooh, there's a proper pianist. Ooh, pianist. Just 1 second. Susan, are you waving goodbye, or are you just cleaning the lens? We seem to have formulated our Friday plan prematurely. How lovely.
Yeah.
1 second. Let me just plug you in. Do you know what? I'm so mentally not with it. I was about to go, Nina, do you want a drink?
Yes.
The answer is yes, I would. 1 second. So, Nina, I'm so crazy, I almost offered you something to drink. So, I'm so crazy, I almost offered you something to drink.
Je suis si dingue que j'ai presque offrir quelque chose à boire.
Je suis si barge. I'm feeling like barge today. Ouais, je suis si barge que j'ai failli t'offrir quelque chose à boire. Ouais, je suis si barge que j'ai failli t'offrir quelque chose à boire.
J'étais si barge que j'ai failli t'offrir quelque chose à boire.
Lovely. And again, smoothly.
Je suis si barge que j'ai failli t'offrir quelque chose à boire.
It's barge, bargeau, taré.
Ah oui.
Yes, that's, thank you. Sorry, Nina, I apologise. Do you have any of the soda water in the pink one? That's tonic. That's tonic. No, that's tonic again. Do you have the pink one in that range? No. No, just the plain soda. I can't see. So you know it's Fever Tree. They have a soda water one, which is just like a pink bottle. Or do you have another soda water? That's all right. No, that's fine. In that case, then, if you don't have the one I want, can I just say I don't think that's... No. That's, yeah, then just off the optic, if that's okay. Just some sparkling water. And could I just have half sparkling water and half orange juice, if that's okay, please?
So you don't want the...
No, Fever Tree do a really nice soda water. But in the it's a pink bottle, the soda water.
I can show you the one we have.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Then, yeah, if you've got it, yeah. Soda water is a slight source of magnesium, which I need in abundance. C'est une source de magnésium, et j'en ai bien besoin. Yeah, that's it. That's the pink one. Perfect.
So
Yes, so can I...
No.
Could I have just like a normal tumbler glass with maybe about a third real orange juice? Is that okay? And that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just 1 second, Nina. I'm so sorry. Oh, no more ice than that. That's fine. Thank you. I'm naturally cold. That's fine, because I want to put some orange. Yeah, and then the rest of that in just orange juice would be lovely. Thank you. Absolutely perfect. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks. I'm on a call, and whenever I try to use the phone to pay, 1 time in 10, it cancels the call. So do you mind if I pay you in cash? Is that okay? Thank you. Right, take £1 for yourself as well. Thank you very much.
Bye, guys. Bye, Susan. Bye. Hello.
I don't understand what's going on. Are you okay? Thank you very much. Yes. You don't have any fivers, no? Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Good, 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 good. Thank you, thank you. Nina, I'm going to go and sit upstairs, but I don't want to disturb the guy playing the piano. Nina, I'm going to go and sit upstairs, but I don't want to disturb the guy playing the piano.
Je vais m'asseoir.
I can hear lots of banging noises. What's that?
Je sais pas.
Yeah, I think
Ah
we're
oui.
good. Yeah, yeah. So.
Je vais m'asseoir un an, mais je ne veux pas distraire les gens au piano.
Lovely. Can you not couplet and triplet?
Yes. Je vais m'asseoir un an, mais je ne veux pas distraire. Oui.
Distraire, or to be honest with you, déranger. Déranger.
Ah,
Yeah?
that's perfect. OK. Je vais m'asseoir un an, mais je ne veux pas déranger le mec qui joue le piano.
Qui joue
Au piano?
Joue du piano.
Ah, joue du piano. Ah,
Jouer
perfect.
à for sport, jouer de for an instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Je joue au tennis, je joue de la guitare. Save me, je joue de la guitare.
Je joue de la guitare.
Lovely. Good, 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 good. Oh, I'm going to make that noise that anybody with injuries makes. Ah, when they sit down. Lovely. Off you go. Typically, I've just sat down and he stopped playing. Not because of me, he's on the other side of the lobby. So typically, I've just sat down and he stopped playing.
Typiquement, je viens de m'asseoir et il a arrêté jouer.
Now, that wasn't even particularly slow, but the coupleting, tripleting thing there was much more under control. That was nicer, wasn't it?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go again. Slow it down even more and enjoy how proficient it sounds if you can literally get all of the coupleting and tripleting gone. Ouais, alors typiquement, je viens juste de m'asseoir et il a arrêté.
Typiquement, je viens de m'asseoir et il a arrêté jouer.
Lovely. Don't confuse the upsy downsy quality of the French with the, the coupleting tripleting thing. Good. I like orange juice, but I try not to drink it too concentrated.
Jus d'orange me plaît, mais j'essaie de ne pas le boire trop concentré.
Get rid of tripleting and coupleting, slow it down.
Okay.
I need you to be couplet and triplet free, the first version of anything.
Le jus d'orange me plaît, mais j'essaie de ne pas le boire avec trop concentré.
Good. Put Nina in. Put Nina back in. Yeah, sound more playful, sound more female, sound more. Yeah, don't don't sound stern about this. We're not talking about our opinion on the Ukraine. We're talking about, I like orange juice. Don't use me play. Use j'aime bien. After, I like orange juice. Okay.
J'aime bien le jus d'orange, mais j'essaie de ne pas le boire trop concentré.
Lovely. Show off and go slowly, and I want you to perceive that going slowly can show off.
Okay. J'aime bien le jus d'orange.
Put your
mais...
softness in and put your human opinion in.
J'aime bien, what is it now? Orange juice. J'aime bien
Jus d'orange. Jus d'orange.
jus d'orange, merci. J'aime bien le jus d'orange, mais j'essaie de ne pas le boire trop concentré.
Good. Now, your orange there was fiercely good. And I got it because you went more slowly. Yeah, I got the orange. I got the honky in spades. In spades. It was so nice. Bit more. Brenda's gone. I think Maggie scared her. It's your fault, Maggie. God, what you were eating? She cooked soul food, Brenda. What she'd have looked at that like waspy ass shit you were eating, Maggie. She'd have done a run. Off you go. So say for me, Brenda's gone. I think Maggie scared her.
Brenda, elle est partie. Je pense que Maggie lui fait peur.
Get rid of because it's a narrative that I don't want.
Okay.
It is a vowel I don't want in the lineup. Go again.
Brenda, elle est partie et je pense que Maggie, elle lui fait peur.
Elle lui a fait peur.
There's the I put it in the wrong place.
Come.
Brenda, elle s'est partie. Je pense que Maggie lui a fait peur.
I don't want an after Maggie.
Yeah, thank you. Brenda, elle est partie. Je pense que Maggie...
Do you see what I mean? Now, I'm not being mean, but I knew that would happen. Yeah, because of what I'm on about. Yeah, go again.
Okay. Brenda, elle est partie. Je pense que Maggie lui a fait peur.
That's it. So do you see how doing it without the seems such a small change, but it really does show what's locked in? Yeah? Half the time you understand this totally, I could say to you, right, is it direct or indirect? And you could say, Luke. Nina's brain would go, well, Luke, if we've got faire peur, there's obviously a direct relationship between faire and peur. So obviously the person's going to be Louis. Your brain knows that, but I want to know that your mouth has got that. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good. Maggie, your go. Well done, Nina.
Merci.
I like this hotel. I'm lucky to have this hotel next to my house. I come here from time to time when I'm bored. I'm lucky. I'll often teach you here, Maggie. I just, like it's just a place to come and sit. So I'm lucky to have this hotel next to my house. I come here from time to time when I'm bored.
J'ai de la chance d'avoir cet hôtel près de ma maison. Je viens ici de temps en temps.
Lovely when I'm bored.
Quand je m'ennuie.
Lovely. Smooth it out a little bit. Join the sections up a little bit. The grammar was quality. Bring your teeth and your gums together at the back of your tongue. Give me more sound more ha-he. Oui, alors j'ai de la... Be interested in how the one word is going to slide into the next word. J'ai de la chance d'avoir cet hôtel. But almost think of converting it into the sound that would scare you. Oui, alors j'ai de la chance d'avoir cet hôtel près de la maison parce que ouais, je viens ici de temps en temps quand je m'ennuie. Try and give me a sliding quality. Yeah?
J'ai de la chance d'avoir...
Careful. Your consonant position is very close to what I'm trying to get everybody else to do. Your teeth are together, your tongue is down, your palate is down on top of the tongue. That's because you're quite consonanty in English, but it's a very neat, quick consonant. So you're largely perfect with a consonant. What I need is for you to give me deeper ho-he in the French. And what that means is I need all vowels to be respected. So if you remember the exercise that Susan was doing, where you pick a vowel and then I say, where is that? So for example, how do I say the before the word chance? What word do I need, Maggie?
Le. La.
Lovely. No, it can't be le because you've just said de le. And if you generally meant de le, what would it have to be?
Du.
Du, by the way, was nicely pronounced. So pity it wasn't in our original sentence. So so could you say for me la? So just say the first part for me and make sure that you're hitting la nice and sharply. Off you go.
J'ai de la chance.
Say for me de now. Say the
J'ai
vowels.
de la chance.
And now we've lost the la. We've lost the la. Do you see what I'm saying? Say for me, right. Say for me,
Ua.
Twang both of them. Ua.
heureux.
Lovely. That was fabulous. Now say j'ai de la chance.
J'ai de la chance.
No, you're saying de la chance. De la chance.
J'ai de la chance.
No, push from the chest. J'ai de la chance.
J'ai de la chance.
No, you're saying de la. So keep pushing. You're doing 2 out of 3 things perfectly every time. You just keep changing which 2 things you do. I need 3 things. I need the chest to push. I need the face in the right position. And I need you to give me the proper vowel. De la chance.
J'ai de la chance.
Don't homogenize the vowels. I don't want de la chance.
J'ai de la chance.
That's brilliant. Yeah,
De
we
la
don't want the
chance.
song 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We want 3 out of 3. Have you go, j'ai de la chance.
J'ai de la chance.
Lovely. So I understand when you're trying to adopt this kind of chilled French narrative that the temptation is very much when relaxing the face to go je. That's lovely. Do that with the lips, yes, but not with the vowels. J'ai de la chance. Go on, j'ai de la chance.
J'ai de la chance.
Then de la. I need a la as sharp as fuck.
J'ai de la chance.
That's it. De la. So this is achievement. Can you see me, bud? Oh yes, I'm back on camera. De is here. La is here. So ultimately, the reason we are tightening your flower is so that you basically get this hon feeling, so that we don't feel it's too much to go de la. Alors oui, alors moi j'ai de la chance, because we need E to be low enough and A to be high enough. And if we just go de la chance, it's in the wrong place. One more time, Maggie. I know it's tough work. J'ai de la chance. Slide. J'ai de la chance. Slide around. If you don't slide, it'll feel like a coloratura soprano. Sort of. It says j'ai de la chance.
J'ai de la chance.
That's better. So slide. Maggie, I'm going to regret saying this. I need you to pretend you're drunk. You're like, Luke, give me. That's luck for you. That's luck for you. Good. How did his piano recital thing go, by the way?
He had to play on a big grand piano, and he didn't like it because he was used to playing on a little one. So there was a bit of a stumbling block at first, but it was all right. It was okay.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Learn to keep calm and carry on. Exactly.
Yeah.
Lovely. Luke, it was a little bit stressful, but that's why the good Lord invented white wine. I know you drink white wine. I think white wine is swill. Off you go. I don't mind a good chablis with some decent fish, but rarely. Off you go. Lovely. Off you go, Maggie. So you say for me, Luke, it was a little bit stressful. But that's why the good Lord invented white wine.
Luc, c'était un peu stressant, mais c'est pourquoi le bon Dieu crée le vin blanc.
So you are getting to the end of sentences and I'm understanding everything. We just want to perfect shit. But well done. Speed, good. Grammar, good. Lovely. Alors, Luke, my name is Luke. Say my name, bitch. Luke.
What did I say?
Luke.
Luc.
That's it. Did you hear it twang down the microphone? It was glorious. Luke. Every vowel in French twangs. All of them twang. Very few of them twang in English. Luke, how are you? Yeah. Luke, comment tu vas? Twang. It's not volume per se. It's twang. Okay. Luke, comment tu vas? So Luke, carry on. Let's do it by yourself. It was stressful.
Luc, c'était un peu stressant.
Pause. I'd like the vowel you to tell me about to be the second one in stressful. Good word. What's the vowel? What's the word we're telling about? Hello.
En.
Is it vibrating and twanging?
En.
Nice. Stressant. So go again in the blur and make sure, even though we are in the blur, can you could you have stressant to be twangy enough? Alors Luc, c'était stressant. In other words, even at speed or with the hon, I need it to be fully visited. Alors Luc, c'était stressant.
C'est un peu stressant.
Diaphragm engaged all the way through smoothly. Oui, c'est un peu stressant.
C'était un peu stressant.
That's better. Well done. Okay. But the good Lord, that's why the good Lord invented white wine.
Mais pourquoi le
C'est
bon
pourquoi,
Dieu...
c'est pourquoi. Pause. Vowel, I'm going to give you a challenge vowel. We're going to call these challenge vowels. The challenge vowel is going to be ooh. Can I hear it's why the good Lord? I want to hear the ooh. I want to hear it speed the ooh.
C'est pourquoi.
That's it. C'est pourquoi, not pour. Yeah, we're not Spanish. Yeah, c'est pourquoi. Okay.
C'est pourquoi le bon Dieu crée le vin blanc.
Invented or created is fine, but it's got to have an auxiliary. A créé.
Oh, a créé le vin blanc.
Good. Okay. Or sometimes you can just say le blanc.
Le
Yeah.
blanc.
You go to a party, people say du rouge, du blanc. Okay. Oui, alors, Luc, c'est un tout petit peu stressant, mais tu vois, c'est pour ça que le Seigneur ou le bon Dieu a créé le vin blanc. But at least it wasn't my daughter because her instrument is really noisy.
Moi, ce n'est pas ma fille parce que son instrument.
Look. Every single word you found and the time it's taken for you to find them has been acceptable. But we've had a bit of a go in, pull your finger out. Oh, no, and now I'll go. Remain. Every single transition has gone to the right word eventually, but you've gone into it, come out of it, then gone back into it again. Okay? It's what we call a prick tease. So can you basically, you like it, bag me a house in Switzerland, Luke, I do what I damn want. But the fact is, can you remain, I didn't quite manage the English then, can you remain on the previous vowel until you've decided what the word is you're going to properly say, and then slide into it fully and properly. Instead of little go, not quite sure, back we go again. All right? We can't keep using this Tipex or whiteout for Americans. We can't keep correcting shit as we go along. Up you go. Slow it down.
Mais moi, ce n'était pas.
Don't do that.
It wasn't, yeah. Ce n'était pas. Okay. Au moins, ce n'était pas l'instrument que ma fille joue parce qu'elle est très bruyant.
What's the word for noisy?
Bruyant.
6 times, or we're going to have it once?
Bruyant. I can't.
Just say it a few more times because it will allow me for editing purposes to make a really good GIF out of this. Go on, just one more time.
Bruyant.
Could you say it again and then just do a shoulder shrug and go, for fuck's sake, bitch. Right. Copy onto Lukey. This is why, and I take no pleasure, trust me, that what you have just said has given me no pleasure. Can you acknowledge that what I say about if you've got the vowels, you've got the word? You are navigating by consonants on this. Say for me, ouillant. Just say ouillant.
Ouillant.
Lovely. Not bruit, as in débrouiller. Brillant. No, c'est brillant.
Brillant.
Good. What's the vowel journey of brillant?
Ion.
Brillant.
Brillant.
Good. That's your word.
Oh.
90%. 10% br, yeah, pardon me. Yeah, that's your word.
It's not an oo. Is it an oo?
No, you don't. No, you don't. Oo would be brou. Like brouillard. Right, this is a really common problem, actually. Say for me, oui.
Oui.
Now say oui.
Oui.
So if I said him, what's the word for him?
Lui.
If I said Louis, that's good.
Louis.
If I said Louis, what's the name Louis in French?
Lui.
No, as in Prince George's little brother.
Louis.
Did you see those fucking mean dicks that were like, oh, it was so out of order, his behaviour, on day 5 of the kid having to wear a suit and sit in a freaking audience? Oh my God. At 4, give the kid a break. I'm all for discipline and sense of occasion, but he's 4. He's on day 4 or 5 of that crap. And he probably, well, not crap, it was lovely, but it was a lot for a 4-year-old. And he probably had a week of rehearsal. I think he did very well. Whatever. So say for me, Louis. Alors, Louis. Lovely. Louis. No, they sounded identical.
Louis.
Borderline. Say for me, cuit. Say for me, cuit.
Cuit.
No, they're sounding the same. Cuit. U by I, kui.
Kui.
Kui by
Kui.
OU. Oui. So kui.
Kui. Kui.
Lovely. As in balls, nads, gonads, testicles. As in the expression, putain, mais tu me casses les couilles. So at rhythm, at speed, go tu me casses les couilles.
Tu me casses mon couille.
Tu me casses les couilles.
Tu me casses les couilles.
You're saying cuit, which is cooked. Nobody wants their balls cooked. Tu me casses les couilles.
Tu me casses les couilles.
I'm going to give you a bit of advice that I give a lot of people. You need either a bit of gusto or a bit of sustenance, as in keep it going, with ooh. As much as I'm the first person to say, yeah, French is cool, French is natural, French is fun, there are just some vowels that just require a little bit of work, and that one is one. So in other words, ooh is a heck of an easier sound to say. Ooh. Ooh, it's a bit more work. It's physically more of a workout. So it's either a bit of push at the beginning and then a hold, or it's both. Ooh. So just do the ooh on its own. Ooh. So try it with a push. Ooh.
Ooh.
Lovely. Now try it with sustain. Ooh.
Ooh.
Now split the difference. Do push and sustain. Ooh.
Ooh.
Lovely. Now say oui. Push and sustain e. Oui.
Oui.
Lovely. Now say kui. Now remember, all we're doing is adding a very small bit of consonant at the beginning. Tighten your flower. Kui.
Kui.
Nice, Maggie. That was absolutely perfect. All right. But you've always spoken bollocks. That makes sense. Lovely. Off you go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right. Good. Elizabeth, do a little bit more, then we'll finish. Good. Hang on.
If I have to go, I have a daughter who's still hanging around.
That's all right. That's cool.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. 1 second. Oh. Oh. Okay. Cool. Good. Elizabeth, you there? Elizabeth, you there?
Yeah.
Good. You were just muted because so I couldn't hear the nasty wet noises of whoever you were hanging around with in the background. I spoke about you today with a friend of ours called Harry, who's a doctor. I spoke about you today with a friend of ours called Harry, who's a doctor.
Je parlais à toi.
Pause. I wasn't speaking. Elizabeth, it's not all about you. I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking about you.
J'ai parlé de toi aujourd'hui avec Harry, qui est aussi un médecin.
No. Qui est aussi, like the aussi,
Médecin.
médecin.
Oui.
How would you say he's a doctor
Il est
in
médecin.
2 ways?
Il est médecin.
Or
Il est un docteur.
no.
Oh, il est docteur.
No. Use the word médecin, but use the word medicine in 2 different ways.
Oh.
You've done this.
Have we? Okay.
Yes.
I've got some sort of block. Il est médecin
Yes,
ou...
in your ears of wax.
Il est...
No. Stop, stand still.
Docteur de médecine.
Stand the fuck still. What is the word for he is and what follows it when we use il est?
Oh, c'est médecin.
Ish. So are you acknowledging you do remember some possible discussion on it? What?
As in c'est il est. Mm-hmm.
And what comes after say, Elizabeth?
C'est un médecin?
Yes. Why? Because what comes after say? When you use say
You
to say
need a...
what comes after it? What does it mean? Why are we using say? Because we're following it with a n.
You need a,
Will
a
you learn to
noun.
bloody-
A
wait,
noun.
Thank you.
There's a noun.
Bloody focus. Get rid of the white noise and listen to the questions. Focus. What comes after say?
C'est un.
That's it. What comes after say? Noun. A noun. No. And 1 second. 1 second. Lovely. So say for me, he's a doctor.
C'est un médecin.
That's method 1. Good job. Say for me, he's a doctor. Method 2.
Il est médecin.
Spot on. 1 is using il est plus an adjective. 1 is using say plus a noun. Because the dumb fact is that careers and religions can be used as both, and also nationalities, to be fair, can be used as both adjectives and nouns in French. So
Okay.
say for me, he's French.
Il est français.
Or,
C'est un français.
you've got it, they are French.
Ils sont français, ce sont
Or,
des français.
well done. And notice the use of they, because we're not talking about all the French. We're not talking about a quantity and a negative and a so and so. Remind me, Nina, if it hasn't gone up in about a week, there's a video I want to do about another use of de, which is a sneaky little fucker. It's possessive versus descriptive. So if you had something like the example that we always used to teach with, there's some examples that just always go round, and I'm really aware that they're such French cliches, but the student book, as in the book for the students, le livre d'étudiant, as opposed to the student's book, le livre de l'étudiant. It's a little bit like why sometimes you say de France and sometimes you say de la France. And it's just to explain that. So there's a video on that, but I don't want to be adding that into the whole de la day crap, because it would just be like pandemonium. Okay. Lovely. So Elizabeth, he joined us last year. Somebody earlier used joindre rather than rejoindre. Was it Miss Monroe? Bless her. Use rejoindre for join people. Joindre is you joining two other things together. So he joined us last year, but he wasn't there from the beginning.
Il nous a rejoint l'année dernière, mais il n'était pas là au début.
Lovely. From the beginning. Have a go from the beginning. That was lovely. That was lovely, Elizabeth. From the beginning.
Okay. Et
No, I don't need the whole thing again. Just as a one-off. Just give me from the beginning. How to say from the beginning? You said au début, which is at the beginning. What's from the beginning?
Okay. Du début.
Good. Or there's another way of saying it. I'm still using the word début. What's from the beginning?
Depuis le non.
Similar, but not depuis. A word beginning with a D. Dès le début.
How
do you spell day in this word, Elizabeth?
D-E-grave-S.
What the fuck on? Notice day also belongs on the list of words that then have a k after them. If we were going to be bringing in a person doing a verb. All right?
Okay.
This word, deke, is on that list. Okay. Along with your friend and mine, après que. All right, good. All right, okay. Good. All right. So say for me, il nous a rejoint l'année dernière, mais il n'était pas là dès le début.
Oui, il nous a rejoint l'année dernière, mais il n'était pas là dès le début.
Lovely. That is so good. But I know where we can end up. So that sounds fabulous, but I know where we can end up. So no division, slow if necessary. Il était là l'année dernière. Keep the human story going. Oh, he was there last year, but he wasn't there from the beginning. Oui, il était là l'année dernière, mais il n'était pas là dès le début.
Oui, il était là l'année dernière, mais il n'était pas là dès le début.
To achieve that join later on, you took a pause in the first half that you didn't, in the first third that you didn't previously take. Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's fucking brilliant, but we want it to be perfect.
Yeah.
No, let me make my point. Let me make my point. There's nothing wrong with what you just said. We just, as an act of discipline, need to be able to get through a thought without a pause. Because sometimes the person speaking won't pause, and you just need to get used to handling. All right? Okay, off you go.
Oui,
You're not in French. 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 Dr. French.
Oui, il nous a rejoints l'année dernière, mais I got the end of the phrase. Sorry.
That's all right.
Mais
il n'était pas là dès le début.
Oui, mais oui, il nous a rejoints l'année dernière, mais il n'était pas là depuis le début.
Go on. Pardon me. Can we agree that this discipline of even so much as one and one pause totally shows us whether or not some shit is in our mouth?
Yeah.
It's so minute, the difference. It's so minute. Other people would be fine with it. It's not me being a bastard. It's me saying, I know how good you can be, Nina. I know how good you can be, Elizabeth. Not everybody, but you can be fine. Off you go.
Il nous a rejoints l'année dernière, mais dès le début, il n'était pas... Oh.
I mean, yes, but in a different order. Let's move on. But you take my point.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's got
good. Go and look at Deka. Go and look at the tenses we use with Deka. Yeah. So it's kind of like, and also, I'm going to regret saying this because it'll start you thinking of depuis. Depuis and depuis que is also on that list. Are also on that list. Depuis son arrivé, depuis qu'il est arrivé. That kind of thing. All right. Good. I know you trust me. You need to do it without pausing. I know you trust me. You need to do it without pausing. You're going to need to do some going round. Go round. I know you trust me. You're going to need to do it without pausing.
Je sais que tu as confiance en moi, mais j'ai eu... Sorry.
Hang on, I'm just going to go on whatever perv website you're on and find one of the pervs in the wood near you so we can come and do something unspeakable to you. But how could I best punish you? He'll never come and do something unspeakable to you. That would be punishment. Listen. Hang on, my hand's gone dead. I've got stranger hand. No jokes. I shall not be availing myself of it. Oh, my nerves have gone funny. Right. I want... What am I trying to get across? I think if I'm honest with you, it shows that the discipline for that second clause is not a fan of yours. And sometimes that's just because somebody, it's a new thing for you to have enough of the French correct to get that many words together because you're going at a good speed and you're learning stuff. I mean, I'm not bigging myself up in entirety. I'm bigging you up as well. It's like, oh shit, do I get to do that many words together? Really? Is that because have I got that far in the sentence? Really? Because obviously a few weeks ago, you wouldn't have even done more than a clause, but really, I need this story. Good. Save me. My mom saw my brother's son today. He was born 4 months ago. My mom saw my brother's son today. He was born 4 months ago.
Ma mère a vu le fils de mon frère aujourd'hui. Il est né il y a 4 mois.
Now is a story.
Okay. Ma mère a vu le fils de mon frère aujourd'hui. Il est né il y a 4 mois.
And I really want you to think, what are the interesting words? To you, and I don't mean this as an insult, I mean this as a compliment, all of you guys are interested by the French. So it's all interesting. Then additionally, there's a little narrative. I remember saying this to Nina once. I was like, between us, there's a narrative about that word. There's a history. There's our history of teaching you this word that makes that word interesting. There's a history. There's a sense of achievement. Do you remember when you couldn't do that? And now you can do it absolutely perfectly. Words are interesting. go back to the fucking story. Words aren't interesting. Not all those words are interesting. All right? They're just not. So, in other words, I don't want you to be dumb bitches at parties where no one's interested. I want you to be like, oh, that's an interesting story. So interest me with the story. Interest me with the story, Elizabeth. Yeah, you know, my mum saw my brother's son today. He was born 4 months ago. Go on.
Ah, ma mère a vu le fils de
No.
mon frère.
Look.
Oh.
In English, would I go, my mum saw my brother's... No?
Et ma mère a vu le fils de mon frère aujourd'hui. Il est né.
Pause. Why is son being stressed? Is it because he didn't see her daughter? I'll tell you another thing. My brother doesn't see his bloody daughter.
Because he was new. I was just trying.
But why are we saying son?
Okay.
You've just said my brother saw my brother's son today. What? But she didn't see
Okay.
my brother's daughter. She does. He doesn't.
Okay.
Off you go.
Ma mère a vu le fils de mon frère aujourd'hui.
Pause.
Il
No,
est né.
there is a separate thing in this, Elizabeth, which is nominally noun clauses. Le fils de mon frère becomes a thing.
C'est mon
Le
frère.
fils de mon frère, my brother's son.
Okay.
Okay. Alors ma mère a vu le fils de mon frère, my brother's son. My mum saw my brother's son today. My brother's son today. Yeah. Alors ma mère elle a vu le fils de mon frère aujourd'hui. I mean, even that was helping you because ma mère a vu le fils de mon frère aujourd'hui. So that the stress is on my son, brother's son. Oh, ma mère a vu le fils de mon frère aujourd'hui. Tight flower. Ma mère, and I'm not even doing this to make a point. This is honestly me speaking as me, and I don't speak cray fast compared to the people. Not really. Oh oui, ma mère, elle a vu le fils de mon frère aujourd'hui. Ma mère, elle a vu le fils de mon frère aujourd'hui. Tight flower, off you go, Elizabeth.
Ma mère a vu le fils de mon frère aujourd'hui.
I mean, that's badass. That's badass compared to where you were. I mean, it was what, 2 weeks ago? No, it's not 2 weeks ago. It's like a month ago. We were walking down the bloody country lane in Eccleshall, wasn't it? And you spoke for the first time, and we were like, clap, 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 well done, well done. And I had to bollock you and say, give me the middle of words. And look how far we've come in such a short time. I mean, for fuck's sake. And even then, Elizabeth, people said, do you know what, that woman will be fine. It was such a cray transformation when she did. Everybody said, and you hung the fuck on in there. Good. So did this next bit for me, because honestly, trust me, get it out the way. Don't pause. Oh, my mum saw my brother's son today. He's born 4 months ago. Because when I start the thought, I know what I'm going to say. Oh, do you know what? My mum saw my brother's son today. He was born 4 months ago. I know that. Go on.
Ah, ma mère a vu le fils de mon frère aujourd'hui. Il est né il y a 4 mois.
Nice. It really doesn't matter the complexity of what you're saying. To be honest with you, you guys just need to get used to saying. Okay, good. Side note, Nina's heard this technique before. You haven't heard this technique, Elizabeth. There is a video on which words we stress.
Right.
The other point is this, and this is really hardcore important. Sometimes people like to be told what to stress. Sometimes people like to be told what not to stress. I prefer for it to be a bit more organic. And I don't always do this, but I think sometimes there's a benefit here in listening to the English. And what would you say? Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. Make it human. The other thing is, if you don't do this, you will get weak at hearing words said quickly that are pretty much always said quickly. And it isn't when French goes faster that we have problems. It's the syncopation between batshit cray fast and slow that you then miss what happens after the slow. So it's like if somebody's going, wow, it's the first chunk of the afterwards that's going to be a problem. If I went, fly to the bumblebee, weirdly, the ear would deal with it. If I went, wow, then the ear goes, oh shit, what was that first bit of the? So, and there are certain words that will always be in the quick bit. I often in previous videos talk about words that are in the light and words that are in the dark. Yeah. All right. So really get into this. Bottom line, let's not overcomplicate shit. Let's just make it all human and organic. Just speak the French you want to understand. All right. And what a treat, Elizabeth, that we're getting to the end of sentences that are largely correct. And I'm like, hey, should we play with what words we stress? I mean, fuck me. Well done, you. Clap, 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 clap. Yeah. All right. Good. Lovely. Nina's got your back, and she likes people who are on this journey that are going places, Elizabeth, because she likes it. She finds it fascinating.
I do.
Yeah.
You're getting so much better so quickly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Imagine when I've route marched the poor cow around Bristol.
yeah.
I mean, you'll need blister. You'll need blister. You know.
Yes.
No,
I'm
joking apart. I mentioned you, Elizabeth, because I said, "Oh,
sorry about the dog. He's adding his
the
own.
dog.
Yeah.
Is the dog well?
Yeah, he's just very demanding at the moment. So no, like,
Is he
okay.
breathing wise well?
I mean, he's 14, so you know what I mean. He's just, anyway, ignore him if you can. Sorry.
He sounds. He sounds like Madonna and Evita when the end is 9. You must love me. He sounds like he's. Oh, anyway, I suppose.
No, anyway,
who am I to teach you about anything to do with?
You were talking. Yeah, you were mentioning about the doctor. You talked about the doctor.
Yeah, because I said to Harry, who came last year to Besançon, I just rang around a couple of people that, like, you know, would possibly be interested, and we're like, hey, you know, you're more than welcome to say hi for a couple of days if you wanted to do 2 days at Besançon again. You're more than welcome. He's like, oh, cool. I really might do that because I'm in France for the 27th, whatever. Gorgeous lad. On the subject, Elizabeth, of the whole Cipro debacle, he'd known me before that, and he came to the Christmas after that. And if you think, the Christmas was already like a good more 6-7 months after that pill. So now I mean, even now, I mean, I was in problem then, and I went to step up the curb up Piccadilly, literally, and I went, oh shit, fuck. And he went, oh, you're right. And I just went, oh yeah, don't worry about it, just this asshole doctor and ciprofloxacin. And he went, and he'd been a GP on his GP rotation at the end of medical school, so he didn't end up being a GP. He'd been a GP for 3 weeks of that placement.
Right.
He'd had a weird time of things because of his not fair for me to discuss his medical health, but because of something, he wasn't allowed to do certain things during COVID. But basically, he went, oh shit, have you got the tendinopathy? And I was just like, you've been a fucking doctor for less than 3 weeks. I don't even think he'd formally done his graduation yet. And he spotted that. And I was like, so some kid that's been a GP for 3 weeks knew that and knew the risks with that silly drug, as opposed to that fucker that graduated in 2004. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We talk about this, Nina, because when I mentioned to Elizabeth about what had happened, she was like, oh my God, I'm massively aware of that drug and you have to weigh up the shit and all this stuff. So yeah, so Harry's a good lad. But the point is, I said, oh, hey, I know GP isn't your thing, because I think he wanted to go. I don't know what he wanted to go. He did tell me. But anyway, it's not for me to talk about his private business. But but I said, oh, Elizabeth, go. You might find it interesting on a, you know, work thing and stuff. And he was like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. Because I was saying that you've done the medical vocab stuff and all of this business. Yeah, no, he's a lovely lad. I'm sure he won't mind me saying this. He's diabetic, and while he was over there, he was controlling through his obviously updated his blood sugar, and then going off and having loads of really nice tarte au citron the fucking. And I kept saying, are you all right? And he was like, yeah. And then I was like, Luke, he's a fucking doctor. I'm sure he's capable of looking after himself. Do you know what I mean? And stuff.
Well, you say that doctors are.
You'll say that they all smoke and drink. Yeah, exactly. But no, I mean, no, he's in good shape and all of this business. But it was just so comedy that he was like, oh yeah, just got to adjust the whole blood sugar so we can go and have one of these tarte au citron things. And I was just like, oh, good man.
Yeah, it was sickening. He was just eating so many sweets. I mean, you know, I would be like, if I ate that, it would just live on my hips.
Yeah. Nina and I'd be like, we'd be like, a moment on the hips, forever on the hips, exactly. But yeah.
I guess if it's like, if you sort of tailor it to what you're doing and the energy burn off, you know what I mean, then I think it works, you know, for you know, but
no, I mean, he's a lovely lad and he's really, really smart. But it was just, I was just like, half of me was really feeling really protective, like, and the other half of me was like, I think I hate you because you can eat that.
Really?
You know what I mean? Anyway, it was just Harry and his tarte au citron. But he said my favourite quote of the week, which is on the last day when I said, right, fine, let's just chill and do some English now. It isn't that we don't use English, but it was like bang, bang translation, stain the French. Okay. He said, feels really weird speaking English now. My mouth feels really big and heavy saying English. And I was like, I could literally marry you. That's exactly the point of the buzzing on thing. Do you know what I mean? So good. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Nina, bloody well done indeed. Good. Elizabeth, well done. Well done to everybody else. Clap, 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 clap. Loads of love.
Thank you.
Nina, remind me if you've
Bye,
not got that
Nina.
video on the dust shit thing. If you've not seen that proper pop-up in about a week, just say, Luke, you're going to do another duh video. It'd just be useful for me, yeah?
Good.
All right. Nina, I'll see you Friday. Loads of love.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Nina.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I've got to end it differently now because it's this, not the Zoom, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah.